Alrighty, I want to welcome everybody back to Off the Beaten Path. For those of you who knows us, you know I'm Cush. That's my best friend and business partner, Breezy. And for those of you who don't know us, I'm Cush, and that's my best friend, business partner, brother, right hand man, Breezy. And tonight we have Breezy,
Breezy,
easy Breezy. Anyhow, tonight we have an amazing, amazing,
amazing.
amazing guest, and I feel like I've been saying that this entire season, which is okay because truly every guest has been amazing. But we have actually, I'm just gonna let her introduce herself, Miss Rhonda Pitts.
Hi guys, how are y'all doing
We're
tonight?
doing great. We're doing great.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's an honor to be on the podcast with you guys. I really enjoyed meeting you guys at the WOMA event in April this year. And so a little about Rhonda Pitts. So Rhonda is from uh, Arkansas. I am a tournament angler. Last year, I got to go to Canada and fish on Team USA for the Pan Am World Championship Black Bass tournament,
That's
and we won gold. So, yay, Team USA.
yeah, that's awesome.
Um, this year, the biggest thing I've done so far this year is I got to go up to Lake Erie with my sponsor, Fish Her, and fish the Bass Nation National Qualifier on Lake Erie, and I came in fourth there. So, it's been a pretty good year.
Wow.
Still, yeah, that's
Get one of these too.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because that's impressive. And there's we did meet several months back at the WOMA event. Shout out to WOMA, Erica, Deb, Jess, all the ladies over there. Y'all are amazing. We love y'all. But we did get to meet you there, and when we started discussing about rolling out the season, we were like, man, we need to add someone that's just not in the shooting space, but like fishing as well. Like that's their thing. So when we met, we sincerely were like grateful to God that we crossed paths because you have you have like your own niche and in a very male dominated space.
Yes.
And I love that. So I'm gonna just jump in from the beginning. Well, actually, hold on. Breeze.
Yes, sir.
Let us know what sample you got tonight.
I,
So Rhonda, he chops up beats. He'll chop up a song into an old song. It's called sampling into a new song
Right.
and make an amazing beat. So what sample you got for us, Breeze?
I don't know. I'm just kind of playing around with this. I chopped it up a little bit before we jumped on, but I'll give you a little sneak peek.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love
I'm
any
excited.
organs,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
any kind of choruses.
and
Yeah,
that already has kind of like a
a
rap
little
groove
swing
to
to it.
it.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
bop to it. But you never know. The other night, I just like pitch tempo down the sample, and it was something completely different than when I started. But that's the fun of it.
that's awesome. So
So we'll see what I cook up.
Rhonda, in preparation for this episode, we did do some due diligence, and Rob and I got to read a little bit about you. You got into fishing with your dad when you were young. Is that correct?
Yes, yes. Of course, Dad was an avid angler all growing up. And, he would take me on occasion when my brother wasn't going, or sometimes the whole family would go. And, as a kid, I really, honestly, I didn't care for fishing. I had to get up too early, and it was
Mhm.
too hot, and it was too this, and it was too that. And to me, it was boring. So, yeah, so, I did it growing up, to please dad, and please mom, and go with them. And then, I got older and I wasn't fishing. And then, years and years later, Joe and I were together, and I started having some medical issues with neuropathy and those kinds of things, and a very, very low vitamin D count.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so Joe was like, "Why don't we go fishing?" He's like, "I always loved fishing as a kid." He said, "You went fishing as a kid." He said, "Let's just try going fishing." I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to get up early again. So we went and bought just a John boat, a 12-foot John boat with a trailer and a couple of rods. Nothing, we didn't really go all in at first. And we joined a duck club over in Humphrey, Arkansas, which is duck capital of the world around Stuttgart. And
It's,
but
it's
we
what capital of the world?
duck hunting capital of the world is
Okay, duck hunting.
Stuttgart, Arkansas.
Okay.
And so, but Joe doesn't duck hunt. I don't duck hunt. So, but we wanted to go fish the pond. So we joined the duck club, went over to fish the ponds. And when I started catching 4 and 5 pound bass, I was hooked.
Wow.
I mean, hooked. And there were days that we could go over, we could go on a Saturday and a Sunday because back then those were
Yeah.
the 2 days we had off. And we would go both days, and it was nothing for us to go over there and catch nothing but, 3 pound plus bass all
Wow.
day. And
And
then
that
that spoils you very quickly.
and that's just when you were started off, right?
Yes, yes,
I read in the Bassmaster article that you were down in Lake Ida, also the canals of Miami doing peacock bass, but
yes,
also a few Texas trips as well, right?
yes, yes.
So is it normal for when someone starts fishing to just start catching 3, 4 pound, 5 pound bass?
No, it's not normal. But the lake that we were fishing on, it was a private lake.
Right.
So we had rules and regulations. We wouldn't keep anything over 16 inches. Anything 16 inches or above went straight back in the lake. Anything 16 or below, you could keep as long as it was just a limit. And if you wanted to have a fish fry at home or something,
Wait, why was that? Why throw back the bigger ones?
so you put the big ones back in because you want the genetics for the
Oh,
breeders. And so the
yeah.
bigger they get, that's what you want to cultivate. Like you want the best bull in
Yep.
in the herd to be the one that's siring all of your calves. So same thing with bass. You want to put those big boys back in there so they can multiply and grow and make a
Yeah.
lake out of it. So but yeah, it was that is and the good thing about that, it was a great place for me to learn different techniques because when I went fishing with Dad growing up, he would give you like a just a tube jig, a little bitty tube jig on a jig hook, and
Yep.
cast and throw. Cast and reel, cast reel, cast reel. That was all there was to it.
You guys did fly rod fishing as well, right? Is that
Yeah,
right?
so we've done some fly rod fishing out in Colorado on the Frontier
Wow.
River, and so yeah, it's
So
been fun.
there's a few things that you mentioned that I really want to touch on. The first thing and probably the most important thing to me is Rob and I, we've had a massive faith calling, and everything we do we try to do like with the Lord at our as our tailwind,
Right.
right? And you said something, a big part of us exploring the outdoors is because we believe in our faith that God did create all the beauty out here. And you said at the beginning when you and your husband decided to start going fishing, you were talking about the health complications. And I read about the vitamin D deficiency. I don't think a lot of people realize how good being outdoors is for you. So how long did it take for you to see benefits just from going out there fishing?
So the first summer, the very
Wow, really?
so when we first started, I was taking 1,800 milligrams of gabapentin a day, and
Wow.
if anybody's taking gabapentin, it's at 300 milligrams. Most people can't function because it's just
Um,
makes you really sleepy, really tired.
yeah.
You don't want to get around and move. You don't want to do anything. And I was taking 1,800 milligrams a day just to be able to move.
Wow.
And
Wow.
by the end of the summer, I put my gabapentin down. I weaned myself off of it because I didn't want to just quit cold turkey. I didn't know what that would do. So I weaned myself off of it, and I haven't picked it up since 2016.
Wow. Wow. That is beautiful. That is That's a powerful testament to just what being outdoors can do. And did your doctors look at you crazy when you were like, "No, I'm just going outside fishing"?
Yeah, so and I basically quit going to the doctor.
Wow,
You know,
that's
'cause I
awesome.
felt so much better. I didn't feel. I mean, I'm not going to go give him money to tell me, yeah, you're doing really good.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So, okay, so now you said that there was a huge difference between fishing as a little girl and now fishing as a professional and just as an adult, right?
Right.
What were the key differences you said? You said the jig and the hook was like the main one, right?
Yeah. So, Dad would give you a very simple bait
Setup.
to
Yeah.
use. Yes. Something hopefully you didn't get hung up on a lot because he would have to go get it and that irritate him. You know how that goes.
Yep.
And, and you fish that one bait. That's the bait you fished all day. And when Joe and I started fishing, he started teaching me how to use a crankbait, how to flip a jig, you
Yeah.
know, how to,
Yeah.
yeah, use a chatterbait, how to, all the different things. And when you get into the intricacies of fishing, it's really interesting and it's exciting to learn. And you learn every time you go out on the water.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know what's beautiful? So I used to fish as a little bitty boy, like with my dad and my uncles, but nothing like now. And honestly, I hadn't fished in geez, I want to say like 30 years. And a couple of years ago, my brother and our other brother, me and Breezy, we call it the brother group. It's me, Rob, my twin brother, and our other brother, Brandon. Brandon is an amazing fisherman. My brother sent me a text one day and he goes, "Hey man, I think we should get back fishing." I said, "What?" He goes, "I've been fishing with Brandon lately and it's just so peaceful and serene, and the best part of fishing is just being out there. The upside is, yeah, you do get to catch some cool fish, but really it's just being out there relaxing and just waiting, just enjoying the scenery." So I say that because if I think back to when I was a little boy, I remember we had really simple rigs. I don't even think you could buy these rigs in Walmart back then. They were
Yeah,
so simple. But
right.
now the entry level to fish is so easy. My son and I, we like these little $10 rods. Please, people, listeners on YouTube and online, if you hear this, I do recommend to go get this just to get into it. It's fun to pop, but
Yeah.
don't give me hell about a $10 rod. It's
No.
fun. And so I know the difference now because I have an ugly stick. I got a pin rod, and man, just over time, I've been fishing now for 3 years. Rob has gone back out and started fishing again. He was outdoors as a child, and so when you talk about the differences, I don't think people realize like, man, once I've done something as a child and go back and do it again, I got to relearn some stuff because
Yeah.
everything changes. So, at what point would you say did you look and say, I think I want to compete?
So that moment never happened for me ever.
Wow.
My husband Joe actually said, "You need to go tournament fishing," and I'm like, "Nah, I don't want to tournament fish. You need to go tournament fishing, Rhonda." And I'm like, "I don't want to compete. It's fun. I want it to be fun in my getaway. I don't want it to be work." And he finally talked me into it. Back in 2018, my first tournament was on Greer's Ferry here in Arkansas, and it was a Major League Fishing BFL. I came
Yep.
in 29th, and I cashed a check. And,
Wow.
and that kind of hooks you. Well, maybe I can do this.
And that was your first ever tournament?
Yes, my first ever tournament.
Wow. So did you like blindside anybody? Like was there previous champs out there that were thinking, "Oh, I'm going to walk away with this." And then here comes Rhonda Pitts, the shark.
Well, and I didn't know many people on the circuit. And so, I was just like the dark horse that came in. They were like, "Where'd you come from?"
Hmm.
So,
You're
but
like just over yonder. I was fishing just over yonder.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, it's a lot of fun. And the great thing about fishing is, like you were talking about, you can spend as much or as little amount of money on it as
Yeah.
you do. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go and catch fish and have fun. They don't know how much your rod and reel cost. They don't know
Right.
how much your baits cost. All they know is they want to eat it or don't want to eat it.
Yep. But man, that is Rob. Did you hear that? I don't even think he could hear us.
He's not
That is
listening.
no, he's not listening. He's in the rabbit hole. That is a great. Did you hear what she just said?
I missed it.
She said, because we were talking about like how we've recently got back into fishing,
Yep.
and how I have a $10 rod. I have a couple $10 rods from Target. You've seen it, the neon orange ones and the blue ones. But we also have pan rods. We also have ugly sticks. I'm looking at mine right here. I got some deep sea fishing equipment. She goes, it's such a low barrier to entry, and those fish don't know what kind of rod it's on. It just knows I either want to eat or I don't.
Yeah.
And yo,
And they also don't know if it's a man or a woman on the other end of the line.
that's right.
They don't care.
That's right. Wow. Yo, give us a DJ horn.
Cause fish, I don't know if you know, we were talking about this the other day. They fear. They know Rhonda's on the other side of that.
Yeah.
Hold on. I was off in the
Rabbit hole.
We looking for dings or what are we?
Now we're looking for DJ horns.
Oh, okay. Want some DJ horns?
Yeah, that was definitely like something celebratory there, like something that like it's yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Proper DJ horn. And that's what the fish hear when they see Rhonda's rod come her line come into the water.
Remember in Jurassic Park when the T-Rex was coming?
Yeah.
In the water?
Yeah.
She's up there.
Yeah, she's up there. You know what's cool, Rhonda? I went fishing a few times by myself when I started getting back out there. It was mainly with Brandon and my brother, and then a few times on my own, and then my son. I started bringing the fish home. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna process these. I'm gonna eat them, fry them, and we're in the South. Fish and grits. Fish and grits that's breakfast. That's money all day. And oh yeah. There's catfish. There's some people I know use grouper. I use the last one I did was sand perch,
Yeah.
but it was good. And so my son was like, Dad, I think I want to go fishing with you. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. First time we went, he caught like 3 or 4 fish. I was like, holy moly, kid, that's good. And then he's like, he was hooked. He was like, Dad, can we go back out tomorrow night? I was like, sure. Well, fast forward about a month or so, I have pictures of it. This kid snagged 16 fish in a matter of like a few hours.
That's great.
Everyone was looking like, what are you doing? And then, some of the guys were like, oh, you're in the honey hole. And so some guys started throwing their lines that way. I was like, hey, let the kid fish the spot.
Exactly.
And he goes, yeah, let me fish my spot. Cause it's also one of those things where you got to like earn your keep. And he was a little smaller back then, but man, he was hitting them. And then when it went dry, all the guys ran to that spot and he went to another corner and they started hitting there. And they were like, what? I was like, listen, kid, you got it. You know how to fish. Like it's very natural. And he has a very patient aura. If you meet my son, I hope you meet my son one day. He's very relaxed, very chilled.
And that's what it takes. It takes a lot of patience to be able to fish.
Oh yeah, 100%. And so it's awesome to hear you say like it's encouraging when because there are people, there's influencers in the world who are like, man, like sometimes you just need the best of the best, and then there's other ones who are like, no, you could just start with whatever. And I'm a firm believer that if you just want to get started, take $20, go get you a measly little pole.
Go to Walmart.
That's it.
You can get one that's already got line on it. You don't even have to put line on it.
Yep.
And then they've already got the little tackle boxes. It's already, got the baits in it. All you have to do is tie them on.
And Rhonda, can I tell you something? The first time I was ever bass fishing was with you at the WOMA.
Oh, and I almost had you one too.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was the first. I was like,
one.
I know how to fish, but I'd never gone bass fishing. And you're like, Cush, you keep pulling the line up too quick. And I was like, yeah, I am. And because we were in a rush, we were there working, but I was like, I want to snag something. But then I remembered I just gotta be here for a moment.
And really, when I handed you the rod that day, it was like just reel. All you got to do is reel. And for some reason, you were like, I need to set the hook. I'm like, oh man, because it probably would have been a 3-pounder. Because that's what we were
Yeah,
pulling out of the pond that day were
yeah,
3-pounders. I
yeah.
was like, oh, I think I was more heartbroken about it than you were.
Yeah. But I say that because I want to go again. Actually, you mentioned that you were recently up in Lake Erie, huh?
Yeah, in July. I was up there in July.
Really, Breeze. When were we in Lake Erie? He's back in the rabbit hole. We
Yeah.
were up there for the Poma event, which was the annual meetup, and oh my goodness, I went on the. I think Rob went fly fishing,
Uh
and
huh.
I went walleye fishing. It was the first
Oh,
time I.
walleye. You talk about good eating.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I had no idea. You know, it's funny when I told a few people, yeah, I'm going walleye fishing. They're like, watch your hands. You know, they got teeth. And I was
Yeah. Don't put your hand in their mouth.
like, don't all fish have teeth? And then the first one I reeled up, I was like, oh no, like these look like little daggers.
Yeah.
But you know, there I think there was like 100 people out there fishing, like between everybody, like all the, you know, it was like 10 boats or something on the
Right.
charters, and they compiled all the fish at the end cumulatively, and then there was a fish fry that
Oh,
same day.
wow.
Like
That's cool.
they were cleaning it the same day. Like we all went back to our it was a resort
Mm hmm.
where we were at, and we drove back in, and they were having a fish fry with the fish, and it was ridiculously delicious.
Yes.
And I'd never had walleye before, and I didn't realize it was such great fishing,
Yes.
you know.
Yes. It's
So
very, very good. Very,
have you
very
gone
well.
walleye fishing?
Yeah. Well, I haven't targeted walleye. I've caught walleye while smallmouth bass fishing.
Really? Wow.
Yes. So if you're ever on Erie again or any of the Great Lakes up there, find you somebody to go smallmouth fishing with.
Smallmouth. Okay.
Oh yeah.
How different is it? What would you say are the biggest differences?
Well, walleye and smallmouth kind of live in the same areas, and so when you're targeting smallmouth, you can catch a walleye here and there.
Yeah.
But the tackle is generally different because with a walleye, because of the teeth, you usually have that steel leader. You
Yep.
you don't have to do that with smallmouth because it's just a bass.
Yeah. 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 Oh, that makes sense. Kind of like barracuda. We usually have to have steel leader on there because
Right.
they'll cut right through like mono or a braided line.
Yeah.
But I love fishing. So, what does your rig typically consist of? What is like your favorite go-to rig?
Well, I have several.
That's all right. You got to have a selection.
So, I fish a spinning rod a lot, simply because I like to finesse fish. I love smallmouth fishing, and when you're smallmouth fishing, you have to be finesse fishing. And
Really,
well, you don't have to be, but you generally help. So I have caught them on a crankbait. Um,
that's awesome.
but yeah, I love setting up a Ned rig, a drop shot, all a wacky rig. You can wacky rig, any just about any kind of fish.
Yeah.
And I caught an 838 last year on a chatterbait, or a bladed jig as they call them, on
Wow.
Rayburn. So you know that's always tied on now.
Yeah.
Um,
What do you think about like because I've only been back fishing for about 3 years. There's so much information on YouTube. Like there's so many ways to rig up your line.
yeah.
There when I was in Ohio, I was watching, I was like, how are they switching out these weights so damn quick? And the way they did it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna rig up a few of my lines when I get back like that. Do you look no, wait, let me rephrase that. Do you try new methods to rig like your weights and your hooks, or do you kind of like stick to a single method when you're fishing?
It top water you use a loop knot so
Yep.
the bait can move freely across the top of the water. And then I tie what I call the fisherman's knot on just about everything. I have a drop shot knot that I try on my drop shot hooks. It just kind of depends on the technique that you're going to use as to how you rig everything up.
Wow, that's cool. So okay, so I guess let's get some questions answered because this our podcast is not only for the experienced outdoors person or the ones who know like the life, but it is about like providing some educational information as well for people who are just getting started. So if let's say you were to teach a class of, I'm gonna go with young ladies because this entire season is all about women and young
Right.
ladies. And if you were to take a class of let's say 3 to 5 young ladies fishing, what would you recommend for them? Like what was, or rather, what's a tip that you would give them to get started?
Be patient. Don't give up.
Yeah,
Slow down.
yeah,
Because a lot of times that is key. Like at the WOMA event, she never quit when we met. Um, Everyone out there, I had them a Texas rig Cinco tied on,
yeah,
and it was weightless, and that's what they were catching fish on. Now the rod that I handed you had, it was wacky rig. It was still a Cinco,
yep,
just a straight Cinco, but I had it wacky rigged instead of Texas rigged. But
yeah.
it catches either way. One piece of advice if I could give anybody, if you're going to fish with artificial lures and you're just getting started, go buy you some extra wide gap hooks. They're called YG, and buy you some plastic worms, plastic creature baits. Learn how to Texas rig. Get you some 1/4 ounce weights, maybe a bobber stop, and you can catch fish anywhere on that setup.
This is cool. I'm visualizing that entire setup as you're saying, and I'm like, oh, okay, Texas rig. Oh, yeah, I know how to do that. I can bobber style. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because, like I said, the first time I went bass fishing was with you, and actually, we're going bass fishing next month, right, Breeze? In
October, yeah,
yeah,
South Carolina,
South
Marion,
Carolina.
Lake
Yeah,
Marion.
What,
yeah.
like
What's
Hartwell?
that?
Are you going to Hartwell?
No, it's actually, hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Relaxed Retreat,
Yeah,
King, relax. I don't remember the rest of the name.
yeah, it's the, what is it, Carolina? Here, I'll tell you the lake right now. Please hold, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
I know
Uh,
it's Lake Marion. I just don't remember the name of the
yeah, I don't remember the name of the lake either. It's in Somerton, South Carolina.
Yeah, you're going to have fun. It doesn't matter.
That's cool. I guess I guess I should figure out what lake we're on, huh?
Yeah, Lake Marion for sure. I looked at it.
Is it?
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, yep. You're right, Lake Marion. Yep, that's what it says right here. Yeah, so we'll be there fishing for bass next month. So I'm excited about that because, like I said, I like being challenged, and
Yeah.
I didn't even think about largemouth bass versus
Mhm.
smallmouth bass, and
Yeah.
I honestly don't know the difference. So
So a largemouth bass, the bigger they get, the lazier they tend to get. So while they'll hit really hard and they'll fight a little bit, they'll get tired really easy. But a smallmouth is going to fight until you put it in the boat. As a matter of fact, when
uh,
you get it up close enough for it to see the boat, it's going to do what we call bulldogging, and it's going to go straight to the bottom as fast as it can.
really,
Yes, and then you're going to have to start all over reeling it back up and getting it back up off the bottom. I
Mm,
mean, it is so much fun. Have you ever been brim fishing?
never been brim fishing either. No.
Have you ever? Well, you haven't done that either. I'm trying to get you something to compare it to.
I've been deep sea fishing. I know Jack is really is blue runners. I mean they
Yeah,
kind of like hit pretty hard, but
it's because you're using light tackle and light line, so you really have to finesse the fish into the boat, and but they are fighters, and it doesn't the 723 that I caught last May on the St. Lawrence River. I mean, she fought until we netted her.
really,
Yes.
on what kind of line is it? Mono or what are you using? Braided?
So what I do on a spinning rod is I will load it with braid.
Okay,
If I'm most braid that I use is high vis. I want to be able to see it.
same. Yep.
So then I'm going to take and tie on like a 3 foot leader, and that's
3 foot. Wow.
well, that way your braid is far enough away from the bait that the
8.
fish
Yep.
is going to see it, but you're going to be able to see where it is in the water.
Yeah. Wow, that makes sense. I can see that. Yeah, I can. Man, now I want to like redo my line.
Yeah. So, um, also, sometime when you want to look up JNR Fishing Outdoors on YouTube, and
Yep.
Joe and I both have a video of how to tie the lefty cray knot, which is where you join your leader to your braid line.
You said it's on YouTube.
Uh huh.
It's called JNR Fishing.
Uh huh. Or
J.
JNR Adventures, JNR Fishing Adventures. I don't know. We changed the name of it twice, so maybe JNR Outdoors.
Let me
I'll see
see.
if I can find it and send you the link.
Let's see. There's a few of them on
We'll
here.
drop it in the when we publish this. We'll drop it in the
Yeah,
description as well. We'll
Yeah.
put a
yeah,
link to it.
yeah. JNR
I feel like I
Fishing.
missed so much. I was
You
Oh,
did?
bro,
rabbit
she's
hole of all rabbit holes I was in. I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw me. I was sweating over here. I've never had that happen. My whole system shut down.
Oh,
So
wow.
everything I had been doing, I lost it all.
Oh,
All the sounds, I
yeah.
loaded up everything. So I was over there like, I don't know.
Scramble.
We're about a half hour in. Yeah. Typically, I'm a little faster with this and in more of the conversation, but
That's okay.
yeah,
Rob and I have been cruising right along.
yeah. Kush, yeah,
Push. Sorry,
yeah.
Rob.
That's all right. I'm
He's
I
trying
sure.
found it.
to.
I found it. JNR Outdoors.
There it is.
I
That's
just
us.
subscribed to it. Hold on, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it here in this link for anybody watching online. They'll be able to they'll be
Sweet.
able to see it. So it is gonna be the YouTube channel. Um, here we go. Let's show it off to the folks
There it is.
There it
There it
is.
is.
at JR Outdoors 2023.
Yeah,
Would
we've been so busy we haven't kept the channel up lately, but it does have some really cool fishing
oh
videos
yeah,
on there.
Lefty Cray Knot, is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
one.
There it is.
It's super
Wow,
easy, and you can tie that in the boat on on a windy day
really?
in waves
Jeez,
because
I
you don't
gotta.
have to have like both your hands going and put both feet up there and turn it this way and then turn it this way and it's super simple.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, okay, have you ever gone saltwater fishing?
I have never been saltwater fishing.
Real by choice or just
Yeah,
never
pretty
had
much.
the opportunity?
When we're around the ocean, we have other things to do than the ocean.
Yeah. No, that's fair. See, I like Breezy, like the Brotherhood. It's all four
Yeah,
of us. We'll go
we
fishing.
tend to go out. I don't know. At least every couple months, we'll go out
Yeah,
on a charter.
which we haven't been. Shout out to the guys. Guys, we need to go on a charter. I'm calling
Yeah,
it now.
for sure.
But yeah, like we took my son. I caught a queen fish.
Oh,
Remember
wow.
that I won the
Yeah, the little
fishing
tournament they have
pool.
on the charter. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that
boat
one.
Well,
people.
that's funny because, well, you probably do more freshwater, Kush. You do more freshwater fishing than I do.
Yeah, yeah,
feel like
yeah,
the last probably 20 times I've been fishing, it's intercoastal or out on the charter,
yeah,
ocean
yeah.
fishing.
Yeah, I do. I'm usually on the intercoastal or the ocean, but I want to get more like deep sea fishing because I'd like to catch a big fish. So,
Yeah.
Rhonda, do you ever eat your bass?
Oh yeah. Joe and I like to go in the fall and winter to catch our eating fish.
Where's that? Where do you guys go?
Just here in the lakes around here in Arkansas and
Oh, okay.
our private place. The reason why I like to keep our fish in the winter more than so in the summertime is because there's a whole lot less parasites,
Yeah.
and the meat just seems cleaner in the winter than it does in the summer to us.
I mean, if you think about it, where do they keep the meat in the fridge? I mean,
Yep.
in the coolers at the
Yeah.
grocery store.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, yeah, I dig that. That's cool. So do you guys only eat bass, or do you guys will eat other stuff that you guys catch or no?
Well, we'll eat catfish. We don't catch a lot of catfish, but we'll eat catfish and brim and crappie. I mean, God,
Yeah,
brim and crappie, that's a feast.
yeah,
It
it
is.
is.
Yeah.
It is. Have you ever been noodling?
No, I will never go noodling.
Really? Why
I do I do not want a catfish biting me.
not? That's funny. We have a friend of ours from the space, she went noodling, and you can see
It
she.
did look like she was in there wrestling some fish for
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
yeah,
because they literally bite your arm. You are
Yeah,
the.
yeah.
yeah, you are the bait. She's like, oh, it feels like sandpaper
Mm-hmm.
scraping your arm
Mm,
underwater.
Yeah, you don't lip a catfish.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. She,
Yeah.
yo, Breeze. So how's the beat sound?
It's listen, I had to make this thing on the fly. I'm not really sure, but I did my best.
Are
So
you ready to like play
I
something?
do it. I mean, I've been excited to talk to Rhonda and we saw her in action and it was amazing. And I've been over here in the rabbit hole, but that's part of the show. So no more
Go ahead.
disclaimers. Let me
Yeah,
know.
bust it down. Up.
Hold on.
Ah,
Not bad.
yo, I need that. I need
I,
that.
man,
That's cool.
I was
Yeah,
over here sweating. Thank you, Rhonda.
Very
yeah.
cool.
Get a little intro.
He's really talented. I say that a lot. Like I've said it to some of our guests, but when we worked in the music industry, they're like, "Hey, can you?" And I was like, "He can pump a beat out pretty
Yeah.
freaking quick."
That was cool. Yeah. I liked
Yeah,
it. And I'll give you your flowers back because Cush, that's how we met in the music space. I don't know how much of our story you know, but we owned a recording studio together. So we were, we would nerd out on music stuff. And it's really funny how our personalities are so different in the music, like because he's very meticulous with it. He's an amazing producer, but the way he makes a beat is very like thought out, meticulous. Like he puts a lot of time into it. When it's done, it's this man. And I'm over here like I can make this
cranking them out.
Correct.
10 minutes. I remember the guy I remember the session he's talking about. Yo, Breeze could flip that sample for you. He's like right now. He's like yeah. He's like Breeze, I'll airdrop you the sample because I'm in the next room. I'm like got it. Like 10 minutes later, I airdropped it back to him. The guy came over. He came out in the hallway. Remember, he saw me.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
"You just made that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just made that."
And he flew in from Cleveland. Remember Cleveland?
Was it or St. Louis? It was somewhere in the
Oh
Midwest.
yeah, yeah. St. Louis. You're right, St. Louis,
Yeah,
because he did talk like her in
yeah,
third.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, kind of
Seafood,
country.
seafood burger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Well, and
Wow,
funny you say that, but I also have been an engineer
that's awesome.
in music. I
yeah,
used
That's
to own
awesome.
my studio.
That's awesome. How long did you have a studio for?
About 15 years.
That's beautiful.
yeah,
Look, we had ours for just under 8 years,
yeah,
and our faith calling was the main reason we closed it. But we had outgrown. Honestly, we just outgrew the space and outgrew the city.
Yeah.
yeah,
We created such a amazing brand here in the city, and when we decided to close our doors, it sent ripple effects all the way down to Miami. Like
Yeah.
people were like, "What? Like, whoa, why are y'all closing?" Because my mentor, he works down in Miami, and so we've been in some spaces down there, and it was funny because we closed our doors, and I think people thought we were done for good, and then about a month or so later, was it 2 months maybe, Breezy?
yeah,
We show up doing work for HBO, and everybody was like, "Oh
yeah,
my god, these guys pivoted!"
yeah.
It was, it
Yeah, I
was,
was gonna say
You leveled
closing
up.
doesn't do it justice. We really
yeah,
we did close our doors to our physical location, but it was
yeah,
really a blessing in disguise. Because I say this a lot. I have a lot of conversations in the industry we're in the space and industry we're in now, and it's like I can't imagine doing anything else.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
yep.
know,
It's
it's
a grind, it's a hustle, but
but
I
it's
love it. And the upside of that is we have relationships with some of the biggest studios down in Miami, and
yeah,
we have standing agreements that are, hey, if you guys want to record here, here's your rate, and you just add whatever you guys need to clear. So it's cool, and we love it and we enjoy it because here in the space we honestly get to blend all of our talents. It's the audio side, the visual side,
Yeah.
graphics, and just all the creative stuff that we did as a
yeah,
as a studio for the entertainment industry. We now get to do it for the Second Amendment space and the outdoor space.
yeah.
That's very cool.
Well, when did you what was the time period that you had the studio? I know you said 15 years, but when did you I guess
Uh,
away from that or did you pivot as well to
yeah. So I got out when Joe got out of the music business. because he's had his own band. And when he got out of the business and we started fishing, we basically turned the studio into a place to keep our fishing gear.
Nice.
So, and right now we had to take it all out of there and build a shop because my mom is actually living in the studio space. So,
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
remember now that you're saying, I remember we spoke somewhat about that
yeah,
because you're like, I
That's
know how it
awesome.
goes. I did the video edits. You were excited to see how the documentary was coming along.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
What look how easy this conversation's been. We're already 40 minutes in.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when I got up from the beat. I'm like, oh man, I missed a half hour of the show.
I told you it wasn't going to take long to,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
going to
Yeah.
hard at all to fill the hour.
Well,
yeah,
no, I mean, like, we love all of our guests, but
yeah,
some of them seem a little longer or slower
Yeah.
to
yeah,
like,
yeah. It's hard to
be
believe
themselves.
we're 40 minutes in already.
Yeah. So I guess, Rhonda, since we are approaching, the hour mark, we're at 40 minutes. Let me see. What's in the future for you? What's next?
So I am considering and trying to fish the Bass Opens next year.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Have you decided that you either are or you're not, or it's just something in consideration right now? Because
Well, no, I would like to do it.
so wait,
Financially,
do you need sponsors?
I need sponsors. I need some financial sponsors to be able to go and do it because the entry fees are um, rather high.
Okay, so folks, you're hearing it first.
There you go.
Bassmaster chef. I mean, she does cook up in the lake. Yeah,
Catches the
yeah,
I can cook. I am a
yeah.
pretty good cook.
yeah.
Rhonda Pitts will be looking for sponsors. So, how can people reach you?
You can reach me through my email at rpittsfishing.com. That's R P as in Paul ITT Tom Sam at Gmail.
rpittsfishing@gmail.com.
Uh-huh.
All righty, here goes.
Let's get
Boom, look at that.
a couple of those.
Get
Thank
that there.
you guys.
So, folks, if you're watching this or hearing this, however you're consuming this, Rhonda Pitts is looking for sponsors for the next. What was it? I don't want to miss.
So it's the 2026 Bass Opens from Bass.
Nice. And
Yeah.
where does that take place?
First tournament starts in February. It's February, April, May, and June, I believe, are the dates.
Okay.
The
Oh
Okay.
tournament.
wow. Okay. And that changes that you guys vary locations on that, like every
Yeah, so the first tournament's going to be on Sam Rayburn, which I love Sam Rayburn. Second tournament will be on Grand Lake of the Cherokees in Oklahoma. Third tournament will be on Pickwick Lake in Florence, Alabama. And the last tournament before the championship will be at La Crosse, Wisconsin on the Mississippi River.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. That's awesome. Well, we'll be in Wisconsin tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's funny because we were watching that. What show we were watching, Breeze, when it was like, when they created the bridge to cross the
Oh
Mississippi,
yeah, yeah. The yep. The
families or men that made America or
Carnegie,
something.
yeah, yeah. He wanted to
Carnegie,
show his steel. And he walked the elephant across. It was the men who built America.
men
Yeah,
Yeah,
who
that
built
was one of those.
America.
Yeah, that's a great show, by the way.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is. Shout out to the producers.
Yeah, they did a
Um,
great job with that.
yeah. So okay, so I guess let's see. So we talked about how you got started, how you jumped back in as an adult, the benefits that it's had on your health. Breeze, I think that's where you were in the rabbit hole. She said she had a vitamin D deficiency when she started, well, before she started fishing. And then when she started fishing, she's like, it took like less than a month for me to get off all the meds.
Really.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we're just talking about how amazing the outdoors
Amazing.
is
I
for.
was just gonna say therapeutic for sure. We
yes, it
spoke a little
really
bit
is.
about that when we were out there fishing.
Yeah.
You said,
Yeah.
and that's it for us too. It's like we all have life be life in sometimes, and
Yeah.
it's a
Yep.
good way to unplug. Like you said, we have a brotherhood down here, and we get out there, and I don't care if we don't catch anything. If we're all
Right.
just out on the boat having a good time outside, fresh air. It is truly therapeutic. So
One of our
I'm grateful to hear that.
favorite fishing expressions is a bad day fishing is better than
A good day at work.
That's
Good
right.
day at work. That's
I
it.
don't know
So
if
Yep.
we were fishing, if we were catching them or feeding them, but either way,
Yeah.
we had fun.
Either way, it's a good day.
Yeah, that's
I
that's
mean,
that's great to hear.
and you're right. Here in Arkansas and Texas and Louisiana, uh, our bald eagle population is really coming back, and so you're sitting out on the water. And there's
Mm,
another boat in sight, and that eagle flies over and screeches, and I mean sometimes it just gives you goosebumps.
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I mean it is just the coolest thing ever to be able to watch them, and you got hoot owls that fly through the trees, and
Mhm.
you're sitting out there, and the bills don't matter, you know whatever's going on at home or at work, it doesn't matter. It all goes away for those minutes or hours that you're sitting on the lake.
And that's a blessing.
It
That
is.
is a blessing because like we are entrepreneurs for us, Rob and I. We every decision we make affects us our business and our livelihood directly. And sometimes it is a little tough. Like, yo, let's go fishing with the guys. And
Yeah.
lately our thing has been eating wings. Which we were there last night eating wings.
We got a
Just
wing
like
spot we go to every week. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, but no, this has been a beautiful conversation, Rhonda. I can't thank you enough for being part of the show. We're excited to release this season because we do want to continue to tell these amazing stories. And thank you for giving us a few tips for the younger crowd or just women as a whole who want to get started in the outdoors.
Yeah.
Ladies, anybody who is out there and just wants to get started going outside, that might mean a walk in the park. That might be going fishing with your husband. It might look like attending a women's conference or outside event. Just go outside, explore. The world is significantly bigger than any cubicle, any office space, or your house. And really, if I had a message for y'all today, that would be it. Go outside, explore, touch grass, put your feet on the grass, and maybe get in the water too. So, Rhonda, I want to say thank you.
Thank you. Wait,
Um,
I know you gave the email. Is the email is a good way to contact you? But do you want to let the people know how to find you on socials?
Stay updated. Yeah, that's a good call.
I have two Facebook pages. It's Rhonda Pitts is one Facebook page, Rhonda Pitts Fishing, and then also Rhonda Pitts Fishing on Instagram.
Okay, awesome. We got the ticker going across the screen right now.
Crowd goes crazy.
Crowd goes nuts. But you know who doesn't? The fish.
Yeah.
They see the lure going in and they're like, it's Rhonda.
I
Run!
have her in my phone as the fish whisperer.
That's awesome. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We look forward to the next
Rhonda.
episode. And yeah, thanks for being on.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. It was a blast. We'll have to do it again where we can talk a little longer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen.